Touch of Gray Matter. I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. As always, I'm joined by Barry 3D Carter, Thomas Patrice, and this week we have Stuart Esselstein with us, filling in
Hello.
for Zulf Ali, who better be getting fucking sunstroke because we've been digging out of fucking snow all goddamn day.
I was talking with Thomas before the show started about Dubai, about Zulf being over there, and I've seen some of his TikToks and stuff while he's on vacation with the family, and it's fun and it looks totally amazing.
Farouk Astaire.
And I was thinking to myself, and I mentioned it to Thomas, that Dubai is like the only place on the planet where you could actually dress like Lando Calrissian and everybody's cool with it. They're just like, yeah, you can be that person, be Lando Calrissian and run around, and maybe Vegas would let you do it, maybe on Fremont, but
I know Zulf's never going to come back and watch these and rewatch them and whatnot just to see what he's missed. So we can say whatever we want about him, to be honest with you. But
I have never done a show with Zulf, and so Zulf, I love you. You're a fabulous guy, and
fuck him.
Thank you for
He's
bringing
in Dubai. Fuck that. I don't know. Fuck that.
You're in Dubai.
First of all, I'm upset that however many shows we've done together and everything else, that motherfucker has never once dressed like that for one of our shows. He comes walking in with a fucking straight out of Burlington shirt. Like, first of all, listen, your gangs are led by Chad and Biff. Okay, you're not that fucking tough. He's Burlington, not Compton. Okay, get that through your fucking skull.
And he brought the samosas.
He's a little soft. He's a soft gangster. He's a soft G gangster.
He's pudgy, but we love him. Stop it.
Okay, hey, I'm backing up.
No, man, he's only messing with you. We tease off all the time. Look, the Make-A-Wish kid, trust me, there's stories there.
Oh my god,
that's a good point.
Because he's still upset that he's not a fucking doctor.
Yeah. Right, but that's a good
point. Come on, Zulf. Please get away from them. The black one, the short one. He's the worst of them. You could be a doctor, Zulf.
I have no influence by you, but look on that. But on that note, that's what I want to talk about today. We know, as you mentioned in the last show, January 17th, snow day. Pretty much. All of Canada is pretty much snowed in, except for Zulf, who's over in Dubai, living like he's in the Fast and the Furious, meets, Zim Zim Zalabim, lucky bastard. But let me just say this. I have a theory, and I think when it comes to snow days, first of all, let me talk to the kids. Kids, if any kids are watching this, stay in school as long as you can. If you're about to graduate, fail, because real life is going to kick you and kick you hard, because you don't get snow days when you're in the grown-up world. When you're an adult, you don't get a snow day. Right? So with the amount of snow that we got today, we know the city turned around and said, people can't go anywhere, stay home. Okay, but people got to work. I really think that on a snow day like that, when the city calls for the snow day, that companies should pay the employee to stay home for that day, because every workplace is going to say, we want you safe. We want you safe. We want you safe. By the way, it's a snow day. We don't care if you're 20 minutes late. You got to be here on time. You can't have it one way or the other, right? If kids get snow days, and the city says it's a snow day, then those that can't make it into work should be covered by their company, whoever they work for the snow day. I think that's only fair.
You should have said it more like Samuel L. Jackson.
Motherfucker.
I think we need a motherfucking snow day. I'm tired of coming in. As a matter of fact, motherfuckers, I'm not coming in again. It's snow day, bitches. What? Say what again? What again?
That's going to be my retirement speech right there. When I retire, that's how I'm going out. I'm going to go out full Samuel L. Jackson. I'm going to let the spirit of Samuel L. Jackson invade me, and I'll be like, you motherfuckers.
See, now here's the other thing to that, too, because I get it that, yes, everybody's sitting there saying, well, it's a snow day, don't go out. If you don't have to travel, don't. Companies are definitely always like, you know what, we'd much rather have you safe. So, it is not going to work out. It's not going to work out. We get it. And everything else. That being said, and I said it on the last episode too. When you see your dipshit fucking premier jumping into his fucking SUV and driving around saving people, going, "Hey, look at me." It's kind of hard to sit there and go, "Yeah, well, my street's still not plowed." So, like, I know, yeah, like Oakville, apparently.
I agree, man. I think you can look at it and go, "This is a total photo op."
That's all I'm saying.
This was
Yeah, but I think it's only fair because we live in Canada, right? In New York, they get 6 inches of snow. They're calling in the National Guard. For us, we call it Monday.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So when you hear Canadians saying we got a lot of snow, okay, those Americans are probably thinking down that we're out there building igloos, adding extra igloos.
To be fair. To be fair, yes. Okay, let's rip off Letterkenny for.
I don't think it's a ripping off of them. I think it's a homage to them.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I will give you that for sure. To be fair, the East Coast would look at today or look at that the 17th and go, "Bye. What's your problem?" Right? Like that's nothing.
Exactly.
You know for a fact there's people in Montreal going, "Tabernacle, what do you mean this is not snow?"
Exactly.
Like dusting, Tabernacle.
Exactly.
Come on.
I can still see my cigarette butt when I toss it out the window. Christ.
Listen to me, fellows. Listen to me. Today, I tell one of my neighbor, okay, you have 1 Quebecois and 3 Ontarians trying to explain to one guy driving a front-wheel car how to pull out of the snow. Okay? Me, I'm the simple. I tell the guy, listen, you need to comment to the barrier in English. Okay, you need to touch your brake like that, like you're tapping. Okay, like you're slapping the bottom of your lover when you're making the love, like that. Huh?
Oh,
Simple. But the other guy, one guy telling, "No, turn your wheel and push the gas hard to get the grip." Another guy saying, "No, let me push from the front. You go to the back, like you do. You go to the backwards." And then the other guy standing like that. Okay, but it's my friend driving my car. Me, I say, okay, let the Quebecois show you to do, and you're gonna do. I pull the pail, the invention you peoples don't know about in Ontario. La. I put the pail under the wheel, pull the snow from the wheel, pull the snow from under the vehicle. I get in the vehicle. I say, "Buddy, you see that? The R, Herculier, là, reverse, the back up. La. I put to back up and I back up. I push the back up like that, bam, 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 like that. And when the car moved, they go, "Oh shit, this guy is smart." One guy looked at me and said, "How you learned that?" I said, "I'm from the Quebec."
Yeah.
From the Quebec. It's true, but it comes down to, well, first of all, we know, let's put it this way. So January 17th, 2022, next year at this time, this whole day will be on, was it Highway 401? Highway Rescue 401.
Oh my God.
We know it's going to be on that TV show.
Fucking
So that's one. It's next season. Right? Well, hold on. And then second of all, I think I'm still with the snow day. The snow day should reflect the snow removal of the city, because in Quebec, in Montreal, snow removal is phenomenal. Those trucks are out there before the snow falls. They're putting down salt before the snow falls. They start pre-planning. But here in Ontario, they wait till wait till there's a 50-car pileup.
It's reactionary. Yeah,
exactly.
It's always like too little, too late.
Well, that's it. I've seen the trucks at the side of the road, at times, and the snow is, above your ankles. It's, up to your shins, and they're still like in a holding pattern, waiting to go out to remove any of the snow. Mm-hmm. So that being said, we all know each province, each city has either really good snow removal or really crappy snow removal. That being said, if the city turns around because they know their snow removal is on a certain level like crap, and say, if you don't have to go out, stay home, that automatically should trigger whatever company saying, okay, any employee that's more than 15-minute drive away, worst case scenario, stay home, we pay you for your day. If you need to take public transportation to get in, stay home. We pay you for your day, right? In Montreal, we make jokes about it, but that's it. You'll hear, okay, snow's about to fall, and you'll see the trucks with the shovels in the front going down, scraping asphalt and throwing down salt. And we make jokes about that. But then, half an hour later when the snow starts, it's like, oh, okay. Like these guys are out there. It's like you see 4 trucks show up to one snowflake. I've seen this in a cartoon. It's like, what do you think you're doing? I'm floating back up.
It's getting the hell. Yep.
Yeah.
Too hot down here.
Exactly. But here, a couple of years ago, there was a 50-car pileup on one of the highways. 50, not 15, 50-car pileup on one of the highways. And the 2 snow removal companies that are contracted got fined by the city because they weren't out in time. What does that tell you? Keep your ass home. Well, but stay home to be safe. People got to eat. Pay them.
They closed the Gardner, the DVP, and the 401 between Toronto and Kingston today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy Rescue 401.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that right there kind of tells you, there's a lot of shit to drive,
And the schools, they find out, within 12 hours prior what they're going to do now.
Yes.
And if it was freezing rain, if 3 drops hit the ground, that's it. Because they don't want little Billy, slipping and breaking his texting thumbs, getting off the school bus. So they're just going to cut her up. That's it. No more. But they're I find that they actually preemptively cancel before we know what's going to happen. And the actual snow removal guys come on well after the shit's hit the ground. So it's like,
exactly. Because can you picture it in the news? If you cancel school, right? Let's say they didn't do it. And your kid gets on that school bus and then there's an accident. All the parents come up like a wave of anger and go after the school bus driver, go after the school district. What are you guys doing? This is my child. How can you do that? Okay, I can respect that. So they take no chances with our kids, right? Even though some of them need a little tap off the head sometimes. But then with the adults, it's like, well, you come into work? No. Well, you're not getting paid. Okay, but boss, have you seen outside? Yeah. Okay. So it's not me slacking off. You clearly saw outside. How long did it take you to go in there? Well, I knew the snow was coming, so I started at 8, so I left my house at 4 o'clock. Good for you. You're making that money to be the boss, but you expect the employees going in there to do that drive, to risk getting in there, and then your boss is going to meet you at the door with some Tim Hortons and some donuts and a coffee, saying, "Hey man, you made it in. Glad you made it in. Woo! Glad. Okay, you need more employees like you. You're dedicated. Okay, you gonna show that on my salary? No, because no amount of money they give you is gonna be worth your life if you lose it in an accident. So my point is, if you know snow removal is shit for your city, if the city turns around and says, "Sorry, it's a snow day for everybody else," the city, not the school board, the city. I live in Milton. The city said, "No, stay home if you have to." Then stay home. I get there's some people that can't do it, but those people are needed. And when I mean those people, I'm talking anyone in a hospital. They are still needed, but you have to give them leeway. If they get there late, they get there late for their shift, right? You got to be safe, and you got to work on a skeleton staff. But if you're talking your average worker, and you're like, well, you know what? If I don't do it today, it'll be there for me tomorrow. That's fine. It's going to ship a day late. We understand that. If you're like working at Amazon, pay the employees a snow day. If Jeff Bezos can get in a penis rocket ship with Captain Kirk to go to the lower limits of outer space, he can definitely pay his employees to stay home for those who are affected by snow day due to traffic. That's my point.
Like
I live yourself when you talk.
I like to think so.
Do you honestly think that Jeff Bezos is going to spend money and pay his employees to stay home?
Yeah.
He went up in a rocket ship fucking shaped like Kanye.
Giant dick.
And where the hell do you think he got that money?
Here's the thing about
paying his fucking employees.
Here's the thing about Bezos's penis rocket. You know that when they were designing it, okay, the the eggheads came into Bezos's fucking office and they had a whole slew of cool looking rockets. And as a gag, one of them said, "Hey man, let's make one look like a dick and see if he goes for it. You know, we'll give him the one that looks like the B-52 bomber. We'll give him one that looks like the space shuttle. We'll give him one that looks like something out of fucking Star Trek, right? And then we're gonna give him the dick rocket, just as a gag, right?" And they go in there and they fucking put them all up. And Bezos was like, "I want the dick rocket. I really like that."
But you guys really know
want-
why he chose it?
I
It's a
have theories.
phallic symbol. Okay,
Well,
you guys are
100%.
talking. You guys are talking about real world Lex Luthor here. This guy Barry, this guy wouldn't pay his employees because he feels like he's bleeding blood. Okay, I mean, Jeff Bezos with that one fucking idea. Don't think about it, Dave. He has no blood. In other words, he's cold blooded. He's got ice water in his fucking veins. All right, this guy.
I think he's very much. He's so ridiculously rich that he is completely out of touch with all other human life. He's at a point.
Really?
He has so much ridiculous
Do you
wealth
know?
that he
But hang
just
on.
conceptually cannot grasp what it's like to be one of us.
No. Jeff Bezos has an idea what it's like to be. No, Jeff Bezos has an idea what it's like to be one of us. Because to him, we're just a fucking number. We're a worker ant. Okay.
He
fucking-
started off
At
off
McDonald's.
like us. Remember? Like
Yeah, McDonald's.
there was
Yeah,
a time where
he started off in.
there was a time
he
where
had nothing.
He was like me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No,
And,
no, but he had
and
nothing.
then he went and did what he did. And,
No.
and God bless him, but he has disconnected what got him there, how it got him there, and he's when he looks back on his gang and says, "I want to thank you all for making this happen," he thinks he's being nice. And everyone in the room is like, "Fuck you, my blood, sweat, and tears gave you that penis rocket."
See, well, that's how
Right?
this penis rocket
But
came about.
he thinks
Right.
that by saying you made this possible, he thinks in his head that the people understand that he's trying to thank.
How much is Jeff Bezos worth?
Hold on. See, I have theories though, right? I have a theory. How he really got that rocket ship was like this. The guys were in the break room. They were joking around, and one guy goes, "Hey, look, man, here's my buddy Richard. We call him Dick. What do you mean? Because you know why? Because he says that he's got, his thing is about this big, and this is what he looks like, right? Ha 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 ha." And he drew himself a little penis on here. I know you can't see it, but he drew himself a penis, and he was cracking that joke. Now, what happened is, Bezos. I don't know if you can see it. Not you can't see it. Bezos can't see it. Bezos walked in
But thank
at
you
that
for turning
moment.
off your light.
Yeah, I know. I tried. Right now, I gotten darker. Bezos walked in the room, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm making a rocket ship, Bezos. Yeah, it's a rocket ship. What do you think? No, I know it looks like a penis. It's a rocket ship, right, guys? Right, guys? Yeah. Rocket ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
to build
right.
And we'll put the people right up on the tip there, and
Like sperm.
and
Like
these
sperm.
and these two thrusters at the bottom, they're bulbous thrusters. They're gonna elevate. They're gonna push the ship.
That's the guy who
Fuck
ever designed
right
it.
off.
I want to find him. I want to shake his hand and go, "Man, you've got a sense of humor. Good on you."
Oh,
Rocket Man.
No, but how? Okay.
Yeah.
How much is Jeff Bezos worth? He's a billionaire, right?
no,
No, but hang
beyond
on.
billionaire.
He's a billionaire, right? A motherfucker is cheap when somebody at a function, a dinner function, says, "Let's donate some money." Everybody else is throwing in 50,000, 100,000. Jeff Bezos is like, okay, this is what Jeff Bezos does if he goes to church. That little offering thing comes by and goes, "Oh, wait a minute. Thanks, I need to change."
Yeah.
And he doesn't give
What
a
do you
shit
mean you
about,
don't validate parking?
you know what I mean?
What do you mean I can't park my helicopter on the church roof? Are you fucking kidding me? How am I supposed to?
That's who he is. That's
You know?
who he is. He's
Hey,
just
Elon, when you go to
disconnected. He
church?
doesn't give a fuck.
My wife,
Elon Musk. Oh,
my wife and I have been watching Succession, and I don't know if you guys watch that show at all.
I haven't gotten into it yet, but
The
once.
characters are they're brilliant. The actors are fantastic because the characters that they play are just horrible fucking people, and they play them so well. There are moments where I'm watching Succession and I'm like, God, if I ever get that rich, am I gonna turn into a dick like that? Am I ever, you know what I mean? Like, if I had that kind of money, would I be that ugly, narcissistic, or self-centered, or totally out of touch with reality? It really makes you think. And then I see, things like, Jeff Bezos and his penis rocket, and, I go, okay, so they're really not that far off, these people. The disconnect. Now, some of the billionaires that have gone up, they all go, well, we're going up there so that you can go up there one day and play roulette in my fucking Sky casino or whatever. And the actual disconnect with that is mind-blowing. I have an easier time believing the whole premise in say the Star Trek universe, where we literally emaciated this planet, almost blew ourselves up 1,000,000 times, and then aliens came by, stopped and saw us, right? Because we decided we had enough technology to go faster than the speed of light. And they stopped us at that point and said, whoa there, little fella, let's take you by the hand and show you the fucking universe. Right? Now, to me, that makes more sense than these billionaires going, yeah, we're going to take you along for the ride. Right?
Oh, come on. Elon Musk. Listen, Elon Musk, okay. I still think Bezos is a little bit more out there than Elon Musk, but Elon Musk said, you know what I want to do? I want to put a Tesla on.
Yeah, he shot a Tesla into space.
And shoot into space. Okay, he's crazy, but he was doing something fun with his money. And then he said, okay, I'm going to... Wait. But wait a minute. But Elon Musk does things that are going to benefit the world.
Yes.
Bezos he's fucking real world Lex Luthor.
What the fuck is that cocksucker doing to benefit the fucking world? He shot a fucking car into space, you dumb son of a bitch. He could have spent that fucking money and fucking fed people. Fuck him.
You must be angry just to be you're angry just to be angry. You're angry because you could reach the top shelf. Like, can you be happy for like 2 minutes?
Tell me what he is doing to make the fucking world a better place, except
electric cars.
Solar energy.
He's solar energy. He's working on building
and
better
SpaceX in general. Yes. What he's doing with SpaceX.
What is Bezos? But hang on, what has Bezos done? I shaved my head today.
But see, what Bezos has done has affected every person on the planet with a laptop and a mouse that can click and get whatever the fuck they need at any time. So he has facilitated everybody's greed. He's facilitated everybody's need. He's facilitated everybody's want, right? He's the middleman. He's the dude who's making the channels in the river flow, right?
Well, shitting in the channels and the rivers.
But getting back to your space junk, shooting a Tesla into orbit, I saw footage of a little piece of space debris this big go through the space station and tear a fucking panel, like, yards and yards wide into shreds, smithereens. And I'm like, imagine if the Tesla fucking hit the space station. Now, as horrible as that is, right? The space garbage that's up there already is becoming a problem. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
That's poetic justice.
I did turn on my indicator.
You know what I'm saying?
I was on autopilot, man. I thought it knew where it was going.
No, but Elon Musk be like, okay, it did hit the space station, but
we have insurance.
Basically, if he put on his But if he'd put on his drive and like it would have noticed that there was an obstacle and it would have went around it.
His press conference would be like, "Well, yes, it did hit the space station, and it did blow it up into a trillion little pieces, which is why I launched another space station 3 hours after the incident, and it's up there right now because I built one and sent it up there. And
Card sent over by Amazon. And
no, but okay. My only thing is this. But my only thing is this. Yes, Jeff Bezos made it easier for us to buy stuff, made it easier for us. But like you said, he facilitated our greed. Whereas I think someone like Elon Musk is saying, okay, everybody keeps talking about let's get better machines, better this, better cars, better whatever. I'm gonna make an electronic car. I'm gonna make right.
Yeah, and
okay,
I've read.
Hold on.
Okay.
Before we continue this, because this really bothers me. Okay, I get it. You want to do something great for the world and everything else. I'm going to come up with an electric car. Perfect. I'm going to make it available to everybody. Perfect. It's going to go up $23,000 in 2 years. I'm not trying to make the world a better place. I'm trying to make the world a better place for me so that I can have enough money to shoot one of these fucking cars into space. So get off the fucking podium and everything else. You're not doing this to make the world a better place. You're making this to make your name better and to give you more money. Don't give me this altruistic shit. He's not fucking doing it for that. He's in it to make money. That's fucking it. End of fucking story. If you really wanted to make the world a better place, again, there's people starving. You know what? Don't shoot that fucking car into space. Take the money that you would have fucking sold the car for and give it to people that fucking need it.
Absolutely.
As opposed to fucking, no, look at me. I'm going to shoot myself into space. I'm going to shoot a car into space.
And
why? Because I can and because I have the money. Then you're not doing anything for the benefit of this fucking planet.
And that's the
you're
billionaire
doing it just
disconnect.
Because you're a giant cocksucker, and that's the only fucking reason. Fuck him and fuck Jeff Bezos.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Like, don't sit there and
say
that he's trying to make the world a better fucking place. If he was, Teslas would literally be $12,000.
Yeah. And the fossil fuel market would be shot. And, exactly. I mean, the other half of the equation is, I mean, these billionaires, make no mistake, eventually their whole idea is to fuck off this planet because they know it's fucked. And they're going to leave us down here to, basically Thunderdome it out for the rest of life while they're up there for the rest of our days. But maybe not our generation, but, a few down the road, it's coming. Buckle up.
And to return it to Barry's point, okay, of all the, act of God and whatnot, unless you have that clause in your contract, most company owners aren't going to pay their employees for a day like today, simply because they want the money. They're not making any money because nothing's going to be going out today.
That's right. So it affects their bottom line.
Extra money. Yeah, and that's all that most companies care about is the bottom line.
And most companies, I know, like I work for a large logistics firm, and I mean, there's snow removal budgets that can get knocked out, like a year's or a season's snow removal budget can get knocked out in one snowfall.
Yeah.
Right. And then that affects the bottom line. So then everything else,
waterfalls,
ripples away. Right.
It's like one of the companies that we deal with all the time, right? I'm not going to mention them because I don't want to get sued, but let's just say it rhymes with Walmart. And so they'll fine us if we short them on a product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And we have a standing week order every fucking week, comes in, get it all done and everything else. Well, they're also supposed to pick up by a certain time. Last 3 weeks, they've been late every fucking time. They've missed complete days. They've done it over a weekend. They came in over the holidays, like on Boxing Day, they fucking showed up. and whatnot. And they were like, well, how come nobody's here to give us this stuff? Well, because you were supposed to be here on Thursday, you fucking cocksuckers. So how about, but it's written into their contract saying, look, if you don't provide us with what we want, we're going to fine you.
Yeah.
But they can turn around and fuck you over, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it because
big business.
Yeah. And it's that chain. It's that chain of command, and the chain is a lot weaker than we give it credit for. And the pandemic has stretched everything out so razor thin, right?
All chains
razor
rust.
thin.
All chains rust. Everything breaks down.
Yeah,
but you're right. The pandemic has stretched us out thinner.
It's totally highlighted all the weak points, right? So going forward, when things sort of get back on track, that bottom line is going to be the holy fucking grail, and they're going to grab that like Gollum holds the ring.
When the economy comes back, it's going to come back, but there's going to be a couple of freaking if not hard months, there's going to be a couple of hard years, and it's going to be the haves. It's going to be the haves and have-nots. A lot of people.
We were the haves and the have-nots before, but now it's going to be even worse.
It's going to be a bigger divide.
Absolutely.
Listen, I am so lucky that I work from home and I do IT. Okay, but looking at it, right? Okay, not me. Well, anybody who works from home and does IT. But looking at it, there's going to be a lot of haves and have-nots, and the divide is going to be huge. What a lot of people are not understanding is that this chain, that this product chain, everybody's so used to like getting what they want, when they want, how they want. Well, the pandemic said, yeah, let me just choke that off and let's see how you deal with it. And so far, we've been kind of tits up because there's a lot of people who don't understand that, there's a lot people have to understand that we're interconnected in the sense of we rely on each other for certain things.
And the fragility on how we rely on each other has been totally highlighted. And and here's here's something else though. Because I live in a smaller market, we'll say a smaller town, city. The news that I get isn't as Planet Toronto based as or Planet Montreal based. So we tune into like the Ottawa and the Valley type news circuits. So with that kind of news message, we see more in our news hour. Yes, they always start the top of the hour with the COVID, right? Always the big spiky ball and of the numbers. After that, they start to go more community based. And what we're seeing and what I've seen is people rediscovering hobbies and things that we took for granted. I'll do that another day. I'll do that another day. Or
that's true.
I'll go skiing another day. I'll go on this ice trail another day. And now it's the big news. Look who made a rink trail in the back 40. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard about stuff like this, but they make 3-4 kilometer ice trails, and you can skate them through the woods and stuff. And people are bringing their kids out and strapping on skates for the first time in 15 years and ripping around, and they're loving it. And they're rediscovering this whole thing called outdoors that they fucking put to the side. Right. So
Granddad, what's that burning ball in the sky? It's called the sun, Junior. The sun. It can burn you. It's hot.
Exactly.
We use it to judge time.
That's a hooker.
But while some people are building penis rockets, other people are like discovering what it was that made them human in the first place. So it's a balance. So I mean, I just started to get back into going to the gym and stuff, and then Uncle Doug shut her down again. I was like, fuck, I was just starting to feel good, but my wife and I went out and bought snowshoes last year, and we went out a few times. And after this big fat snowfall we had, we're definitely going to be going out there again.
Well, that's the only way you can get the store at this point.
Well,
because
yeah, I
it
got to get to
sucks.
work somehow. Fuck, my car ain't going to take me
You
there.
got
I
a
might as well
choice.
hoof it.
You have a choice between fucking snowshoes and a tauntaun.
Snowshoes.
And I
Those
don't think
tauntauns
Tauntaun's
smell,
making
man.
it back to their first marker. So
The first market.
I used that line earlier, and nobody in the house got it, and I was like, I'm just gonna go outside now.
You posted it. You posted it the other day, and I liked it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, stop.
I was a dick today. I'll say that. Dave turned around and Dave put up this picture. Yes, yes,
Yoda man.
Yes,
Yoda man.
yes. Dave put up this picture of him this morning of him outside in the snow-covered head.
Yeah.
And I took the picture and I made my own little meme and I shared it with us internally in the group. And it's all it is. Like, Dave is shooting. He's on the set filming. Was it Red Heat 2?
Yeah.
From Russia with love.
He with the hat, the beard. I'm like, oh man, he looks Russian for half a second.
I know. I had half a mind. I was going to comment and say like, are you in Russia? Or I was going to try to like, are you Putin's bitch? What's going on over there? Like,
I had
Gonna tell
someone
my-
say that I look like a Yeti, a Cossack, guy from Rocky 4, Frosty the Cossack.
Frosty the
Oh,
Cossack.
I
was actually
so
one of my
want to do that
favorites.
as a project. Frosty the Cossack. I really want to do that as a project. I want to voice it. That would be
The
so much
Bumble
fun.
from A Year Without Santa or whatever, Rudolph's New Year or.
So it just wasn't me that this kicked off this whole thing when we saw the
come
picture.
on.
Oh no! I mean, like that was the thing. I mean, like I have mirrors here. I know what I look like. We're good.
I'm thinking to
Not
myself,
like
I'm
anybody
writing this,
posted
I'm
something
giggling
and I
to
went,
myself.
"Oh my god, is this what people really think?" Oh shit!
No, I know you
I'm
gotta
gonna
send
go
it to me. I'm like,
shave
I'm
then.
writing this and I'm giggling and I'm sending it. I'm like, I'm gonna send this to Dave. Either he's gonna laugh or the next time he sees me, he's gonna choke me. Worth it.
Totally worth it.
And
Absolutely.
it's still up in the air. You never know.
You know?
You might give
Today's
him a.
Monday, by
you might
Monday
give
The
it
him.
can
post
change.
was worth it. That was the thing.
You might give him
All right,
50 more
so-
reasons to choke him before the next time you see him. So
In closing, obviously, you know what? If you're an employer and you've called off people from work today, whatnot, give them something, man. I mean, like it's not their fault that
free ride on your penis rocket. Something.
Again,
Yeah,
the
don't
sexual
give them a free
harassment,
ride.
you cannot
Penis
use this in any court of law. Do not listen to Stuart CK. He's on his own.
Penis rocket. Why would you say it's Stewie? Oh, okay.
I got a ride for you here. Let's go to the top of Wonder Mountain, shall we?
Hey, you can hop on my penis rocket. We'll go straight to HR. What do you say? Come on. Planet HR.
Oh, fuck.
For
Oh,
Tom
my God.
Shrewsbury, 3D Carter, and Stuart Hasselstein, I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. Remember, there's a lot of good people out in the world, and if you can't find one, be one.